stakeholders across various industries. So today we have Mr. Ammar Akhtar, founder and CEO of Finalrentals.com based in UAE. Very good evening, Mr. Ammar. How are you today?
Good evening. I'm great. Thank you very much. Actually, at the moment, I'm based in Poland, and it's a very nice and sunny day here. Normally, it's very cold, but today is a very good day.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Ammar, previously you have shared with us your personal journey in one of our shows, and thank you very much to be with us again today. For our new members who have recently joined CxO Global Forum and viewers, can you kindly share with us a brief intro about what inspired you to develop the idea of coming into this line of business?
Right. So when I moved to Dubai from Pakistan as a software consultant, my first project was to build a software for budget rent a car. Uh,
Okay.
that time, I did not know that rent a car will become my industry. So that
Okay.
project was very successful, and then we went on building software for Thrifty, Dollar Rent a Car, other big companies. So slowly, I understood that that was my niche. What I was building, it will become
You never
my
know when you're going to be lucky.
exactly, absolutely. So the first project was very difficult. We spent almost 2 years developing it, changing it, making changes, and updating it.
Okay.
But then afterwards, life became much easier, and then it actually became my industry.
Okay. That's great. And we have you here with us.
Absolutely, yes.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Mr. Ammar, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently when you were first starting?
So when I started working in the UAE, I was working as a consultant for over 10 years, 11 years, and then I started Final Rentals as my startup. So when you
Okay.
jump from a different zone from consultancy to a startup CEO, life changes, and being a startup, it has different dynamics. So when I started, I was spending a lot of money on ads, and I spent a lot of money abruptly to become uh, popular very quickly as Final Rentals. I would like to reassess that. If today, if I go back and if I can change something, I would change my strategy of launching, because when you are a
Yeah,
consultant, you think very differently, and when you are a startup, you have to
exactly.
think very differently. You
Maybe
cannot
it
have
was just you're focusing on how to kick it off with a
yes,
great change you're bringing to the market. So
yes.
what was the strategy you first used to market your business?
So when I launched, I was throwing money on billboards, outdoor ads. You will see us everywhere, but that does not necessarily convert into bookings as a digital company. So if you're an app or a digital brand, you must focus on digital ads, like
Mhm.
Google ads, for example, for direct selling. Google ads, passive selling, you can say Facebook ads, Instagram ads, which was not a part of our initial strategy, and where we lost a lot of money in the beginning, in the
So you
first.
were adapting on every stage, on every
Yes,
step.
absolutely. So that has changed a lot in our ecosystem, yeah, and we have made those changes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, well, we all know that it's a pandemic year or years. We never know. It's our new normal now. So, what major challenges you had to or you have to overcome in this chaos situation? Because sometimes it's everything becomes to become normal, but then other times it's locked down and you can't do anything about it. So, is it affecting your line of business also?
Because our business is very much a travel business, right? So car
Yeah,
rental has a lot to do, people who travel to airports, different cities, they rent cars, and
exactly.
78% of the business that we get is from the airport locations. So if
Exactly.
airports are affected, we will be affected, of course.
Of
And
course.
from March 2020 till, you can say, September 2020, we had almost zero transactions online, because nobody wanted to rent a car. People are not traveling, everybody is scared, and
So
that
that
was the
surge
situation.
is there.
Yes, absolutely. It was very difficult situation, but we are a very lean business. We are like a family. So I told my colleagues that, guys, don't worry, let's now focus on all those things that we always wanted to do, but because we were busy we could not do. So we improved our
So you're a good
technology.
boss, basically.
I cannot say that that actually I'm a boss. I would say I'm more of a person who likes to work with people. I like to
That's
work
very
with
good.
people, like to improve them.
That's a good thought.
Yeah,
Yes. Because
yeah,
leader has to show.
yes, how it's done.
Personally, I always tell you things. Leader has to show first himself that how to do things. He has to do it
Yes,
himself first, and then. So,
absolutely.
what is making your business unique?
The
Because
first thing,
in
yeah,
Dubai, of course, you are based in Dubai, and there are many, many, many services out there.
yes.
I have experienced, and I this is my personal experience, very bad experience at times. So,
Okay.
what is making your business unique?
Like you said, Saira, that very bad experience, with many services for car rentals, for example, because transparency is one thing that people say, oh, don't worry, let's just make the customer book and then we will sell the car to them. So I
Yeah,
personally believe, so what we do as final rentals, we are final rentals, final. So the word final means the deal is final, everything is clear, transparent to you. You know exactly how much you will pay at the counter, which car you are getting, what's the
yeah.
insurance, what's the mileage, what's the policy. So there's no surprise here, right? And
Because
this is what
sometimes
I
it
learned.
happens. Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you. Sometimes it happens that they you go to the website online, you book such car, and then when you go there you end up getting another car and you're not satisfied. At that moment you have to decide what I am doing, why I'm here. So this kind
Yes.
of situation, and it can happen in any line of business, it can happen. So you must have trained your team accordingly.
Yes, absolutely. And the problem is customers are okay even with different car, same category,
Yeah,
same class, they're okay. But what they're not okay with, the terms and conditions, when they don't know that they have to pay this much extra. Oh, there's a secret charge, insurance
exactly.
charges and all that.
Exactly.
So what we do as final rentals, we make sure everything is crystal clear. So there is no, let's say, problems at the counter at the time of having the car.
Exactly, because that is a situation which is a very depressive situation. Because I personally was in such kind of situations many times. Because
I can
they
imagine. I
submit
can.
something else, then you get something else, and then you have to pay extra on that. So such, I personally believe that there should be policies that in such kind of situation, what should be adopted at that
Yes,
time.
absolutely. Absolutely. And even when we are giving a different car, we always mention that this car or similar. So you
Yeah,
might not get the same
yeah,
car, but you will get a similar car. And that's and you have to pay A, B, C, D, E, whatever the charges are. So it's
exactly.
totally transparent. And there's no platform as transparent as ours when it comes to car rentals.
Okay, okay. Well said. Mr. Ammar, as we can see, you're from Karachi, from Pakistan. So why you have not started from Pakistan?
Actually, I
Because you
started
were
from
based here,
Pakistan.
or you were here, you were not here?
No, no, no. Actually, I
Let me
started
come
from
to ask
Pakistan.
you this. Why have you not started from Pakistan?
So, Saira, I started my first startup in Pakistan, 2005.
Okay.
It was called Micro Miles. We were developing games in Karachi in DHA Phase 2, and
Wow.
my startup won the NCR Excellence Award 2006 and 7.
Mhm.
And that time we had Musharraf's government, and he took top 10 companies to Dubai in
Oh,
GITEX to exhibit. So I was one of those companies. And then when I
wow.
went to Dubai in
We lost
2006,
you there.
November,
We lost
yes.
you. So are
So I
you
like
planning to
when I moved.
expand your business, or you want to explore Pakistan market?
So the thing is, I was still working in Pakistan when I moved to Dubai. I had a very big team in Pakistan. We were working in Pakistan, and we were doing a lot of work in Dubai and other places. Like all the systems, booking systems for car rentals, they were built in Pakistan from
Mhm.
2007 till 2011.
Okay.
And then after 11, I thought, I'm gonna build a development center in Dubai. So I took a lot of my best engineers from Karachi to Dubai.
Wow. Wow. Should we be happy about it? You're
Yes, yes, you
taking
should be. You should
brains
be.
intelligent brains from Pakistan too, but we will still be looking forward that you are expanding or exploring Pakistan market.
Well, well, Sarah, at the moment, at the moment, I'm sitting here in Poland, in Gdańsk, and I am the first ever Pakistani to win the Poland Prize program. It's
I
by
have
European Union,
I have
right?
gone through
And
your profile.
so I'm raising your flag. Wherever I go, I have the flag of Pakistan with me. So that's how it is.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, Mr. Ammar, how do you define success? What is your criteria of success? I mean, you
Well,
actually say, now this person is successful, or I am successful.
well, for many people, I think success is that when you feel that here you are rich, and you can afford anything you want. You
Yeah,
have enough money in the
because some
bank.
people are money centric,
Yes.
revenue centric. Some people are
Yes.
growth centric. So, what is your? Or how do you define it?
Well, I connect, success with satisfaction. With whatever you are doing in terms of your work, your business. Let's say as an
Exactly.
entrepreneur, right?
Exactly.
If I'm satisfied coming to my work and I'm excited about this every single day, that I'm doing something amazing for a lot of people,
Exactly.
in the world. For me,
Agreed.
that is success. And if you're able to do that, you will be rich. If you're able to do that, it's very hard to do that, to
Yeah.
reach a level of satisfaction. So
Exactly, because that's the first coming from some entrepreneur that I'm satisfied. So very, very, very good to hear that.
yeah, thank you very much.
So, Mr. Omar, I have actually I was going through your profile, and being achieving all this and being a one-man show. How do you manage your time, your family, and everything all together? How you manage all that?
Right.
And
So
on top of that, satisfied also.
I think I'm blessed that I have a great team, people who are working with me, young team, great individuals, much smarter than me,
Must be.
and I'm really blessed, to have such a team. Second thing is, Sarah, you'll be shocked to know I do not really have any disparity between work and life or work life balance, because
Okay.
the truth is that you just cannot separate the two.
Exactly.
It will always
Most
be
of the
there
time,
even when
you're
you get home.
always working. Yeah,
So
that's
what
true.
I do is I don't let this thinking crawl to my head. Oh, I'm working right now, or I'm not
Yeah.
working right now. Whatever I see is in front of me, I finish it. Whether it's
Oh,
an email, it's a task, it's a design, it's a feedback I have to give to my team. So literally, when I go back home, I have nothing else to do. So I don't
yeah.
have this mindset of, oh, I'm working, I'm busy right now. Oh my God, I'm having a meeting. Whatever
Yeah.
needs to be done, it needs to be done.
Yeah,
So I
that's
work
very
on a very ad
frustrating
hoc
at
basis.
times. Yeah, that's very frustrating at times because, see, we have many uh, uh, intelligent brains in Pakistan they want to become an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and they started off very well, but in the middle of somewhere they just give up.
Yes.
So they call it as it's a failure. The market didn't respond towards their product or something. So what do you say to that? I mean, what is your point of view on that?
I think that's a valid point, and many startups, they give up, unfortunately, just before that they can become
Exactly.
successful, right?
Maybe they come up with a very good idea,
Yes,
or
absolutely.
very maybe. Do you think that it's a lack of focus or what?
I think first of all, Sarah, entrepreneurship is very hard. It's mentally exhausting process. It can stress you. You will feel some days will be like, oh, what am I doing? It's not working. It will happen. So you have to be mentally very strong. Second thing is, you should believe in what you're doing. It's like a mission. You're on a mission and you say, I'm going to reach Mars. You cannot see Mars, but there's a mission Mars, right? So it's almost like that. So you have to believe in your in what you're doing. Third is focus. You said beautifully. Focus is very important what you're doing, because a lot of people come to me and they say, "Hey, Amar, why don't you do luxury cars also, Lamborghini? Why don't you add those also in your product?" We don't have those. We have economy cars, because I know I will confuse my consumer if I add those cars. So you have to understand your product and be focused about it. And focus
Exactly.
will beat anything, Sarah. If you are focused enough,
Exactly.
it will beat anything.
Totally agree to that, because what I can see that people start off, they come up with a very good idea, but they uh, give up in the middle just because they are not maybe focused, or maybe they are heartbroken, or maybe they think that it won't work.
Yeah.
So that all matters a lot. So what advice you would give to someone who is trying to become an entrepreneur?
It will be very, very strange, but but the truth is, I always tell the entrepreneurs who come to me, young entrepreneurs, I tell them, guys, you must be very honest about your idea, because
Exactly.
the thing is, we always
Clear
know,
headed.
yeah, if it will work or not. You can ask your uncle, you can ask your aunt, you can ask anybody, hey, I'm doing this, will it work? First you have to ask yourself, what you're doing today, are you going to spend your 5 years in this? Are you able to commit your 5 years to this?
Exactly.
Or you just want money tomorrow and you say, oh, it's done, or it's not. So you have to be very honest about it. Give it your
Exactly.
5 years, give it the difficult years of your life, and it's gonna work. It's gonna turn up, no problem at all. But you have to be very honest first. If you are honest with the cause, every startup works, Sarah. If I reverse your life today and say 15 years back, and I tell you, Sarah, I'm starting something that is called Facebook. You will say, come on, yeah, it's not going to work. Nobody will fill the form, nobody will upload the pictures, nobody. Today it's called Facebook. So it will
Exactly.
never make sense on
Exactly.
paper, but you must
Very
believe.
true that. True that. So, Mr. Ammar, it's a very good piece of advice you have given to those individuals who wants to become an entrepreneur. And this platform, CxO Global Forum, it is for a reason where people actually share their experience, their knowledge, their uh, how they grow at different times, at different stages. So it's all about that. So I believe that it's very good to be a part of such forums. So, Mr. Ammar, of course, you are a member of CXO Global Platform. So, what value addition you see being a member of CXO platform, or a message to our members or viewers?
So for me, I think the biggest value is because I'm away from home. I'm not living in Pakistan. So a platform like CXO, connects me with my nation, with the tech, with the tech of my nation, with the with other executives, stalwarts who are doing great, for Pakistan. So CXO really helped me, let's say, get back to where I left in 2006 and 7. So it has
Yeah,
connected me, and I'm sure many overseas Pakistanis also, they feel the same, that I
yeah, that's the idea
that-
behind it.
yeah,
We
that's
need
the
to stay
idea.
connected.
Absolutely. I think CXO is a great platform. It's almost like a melting pot of some amazing tech brains out of our nation, and I'm really really pleased to be a part of it.
And people should also learn, and the viewers or maybe whoever who's watching our show, that you need to know what you're doing. You need to be
Yes.
totally satisfied about it. You need to know that this you can do.
No, no, absolutely. Because see, the thing is, we become entrepreneurs because we want to create better workplaces, right? We want to create better environments for other people who can come and work for us. Imagine if I'm not satisfied with my own workplace, and I'm the CEO of it. Just imagine how it's going to work. So I think
Exactly.
that's kind of satisfaction, whether it's monetary, whether it's for innovation, design, whatever you're doing. If it satisfies you that you are doing something great, I think that is the most basic level of, let's say, starting towards a bigger goal, which we call success.
Exactly. Because see, you have studied, you maybe studied something very different, but you are in a different line of business. Maybe it doesn't match. So this example doesn't actually really fit in that you should only do the business which you know. You should only do the business when you know exactly what you're launching in the market, what your product is. You should be
So
fully aware of your product.
yeah, so the thing is, it has two parts. Some businesses, they need deep subject matter knowledge. So imagine if I'm into the space business, I will need space scientists to help me build the rockets. But some businesses, they are tech driven businesses, right? So based on tech. So for example, Final Rentals is a car rental business that is based on technology. It's a digital business without owning a single car. So in that case, what happens? Tech is our main source, which we use,
Exactly.
and we must have that knowledge. So if you have tech knowledge, you can always disrupt businesses. So the core of the business should be tech, for example. Or let's say if there's some other business, let's say garments. So if you don't know anything about textile, for example, how it works, the distribution, the production, of course you will suffer. So I always give this advice to all the entrepreneurs that whatever you're doing, make sure that you have the at least basic subject matter knowledge, so nobody can make a fool out of you tomorrow.
Exactly. You need to know about your product, fully aware,
Absolutely.
and your team also.
Absolutely.
People launch their product without any trainings or without any prior knowledge to that, so they're not informed. So whenever they go and they present your product, so that maybe drops over there or maybe it kicks off.
The thing is, Sarah, when I started 15, 16 years ago, that time the resources were not there. There were very limited forums or no forums. Today, everything can be learned online. We have amazing resources today. If you're passionate about something, you're passionate about building electric cars, you can go online and check how it's done. This is just an example. So today, as an entrepreneur, you have amazing resources. All you need is passion, right? and,
Exactly.
and everything will come to you if if you want to find it.
Well, Mr. Ammar, I think I'm going to talk to you for like next 2 3 hours on that. But of course, it's your valuable time. But still, you have taken time for us. Thank you very much
It's a
to be a
pleasure.
part of our show one more time. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure working with CXO. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ammar. Thank you.